Right now we're going to be talking about the loops, okay, specifically the while loop and the for loop. So essentially what a loop does is it's kind of makes one particular thing to be recursive. So the while loop, just like the if statements, is created like this. So I'm just going to create something like this, and here I'm going to say while true. Okay, so while true, username equals to inputs blah blah blah. The while loop is only going to be run when anything inside here is evaluated to true. So now I'm just going to run this, and as you can see, it's already true. So if I keep hitting enter, it's going to keep giving me enter your username forever. If you want to stop this, I think you can go over here and hit this stop button here. So yep, that should end it. So most of the time you may not be using while true like this, you'll be putting a condition inside here. But what I'm just saying is that that condition has to evaluate to true. If this is false, then it doesn't run anything, it just exits the code. So now I'm going to go up here, and actually here I'm going to put something like is underscore right underscore length. Okay, and this is going to be equal to a false. Also I'm going to do something like count, and this is going to be equal to a 0. You'll see why I'm doing all this in just a second. So now is right length is false, so I'm just going to put it there, is right length. And instead of just putting is right length, I'm going to put not is right length. Sorry, not is right length. So not is right length, that's not false, which is true. Then while the username is not the right length, that's essentially what I want to say, I'm going to ask the user for another username. So I'm going to do is underscore right length is going to be equal to the length of the username and equal to 6. So for example, I want the username to be exactly 6 characters, or I can actually just say greater than 6. So its right length is going to be equal to a true or false value. So yeah, I know that may be hard to understand right now, but just think about it like this. I'm just surrounding this in brackets so that you understand. So you can see length of the username is greater than 6. So is the length of the username greater than 6? It's either give you a true or a false. So if it is greater than 6, then we are going to put a true inside this is right length, and it will come back here and say not is right length, which is not true, and not true is false, which breaks the loop. Hopefully you get the point. If you don't understand, rewind and hear me say that thing again. So I'm going to run this now. Hopefully I don't run into any errors. I can say DAV and it still gives me enter your name. I can say blah 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 blah, and that just ends it because it's actually greater than 6 characters. Hopefully you get the point. Also in this while loop, I can do something like count plus equals to 1, and here I can just say print tries, and I'm going to put this in quotation marks, then put a colon, then comma count. So hopefully anytime we input a username is going to print something tries 1 tries 2, and if I just put a right amount of letters greater than, okay, yeah, it's not greater than, so I'm going to just do Davis D, and yeah, that ends it there. Hopefully you get the point of this while loops. I recommend you play around with it, and they are really powerful. So with all that said, let's go into the for loops.